Elon Musk. What an individual. What a difficult thing to even imagine living in that little tiny corrupt body. I did some research and I keep hearing things that don't make sense to me from people, and so I had to do my own research, which is what everybody should do. Too many people believe what other people say, and that's just not the way to do things. There's just a lot of wrong things being said out there, and they get it from somebody else and just keeps going. But this individual seems to be a sad individual from the outside. I really feel bad for him. I feel bad for his family that have to put up with somebody like that. He's not. It seems as though in everything he's done, he's been. It seems like either ousted. One word that was used was ousted, like with PayPal. He was pushed out basically, and I keep hearing these. Elon Musk founded PayPal. No, he didn't. People, why don't you get your information correct? As people always say, go Google it. I mean, come on, what are you repeating stuff that's not true for? You're accelerating this guy up on a pedestal that he doesn't deserve to be on. He was trying to make X.com work and in conformity and a couple different companies, and they weren't working. It didn't appear, and they ended up. He ended up joining along with PayPal, with Thiel, with X.com, and like. I think it was barely a year after that. It is 1999, 2000, October. They replaced him, removed him from, and put Thiel in as CEO of X.com, and pushed him out. I mean, just pushed him out. I mean, apparently he's just not somebody that. What I'm thinking is. With as many kids as it's said that he has, instead of every time they told him to go to the boardroom, I think he probably has bad hearing and he thought they said bedroom. I mean, that would explain why he's got so many kids, because he thought they meant go to the bedroom, and they were actually saying go to the boardroom, get some work done. But apparently he never made it to the boardroom because nobody seems to want him around. He seems to be a failed individual as far as work ethic is concerned. And I think that's one reason why people that are that way, from what I've been reading, that's my interpretation of what his life is about. He tries to defend himself in a couple statements I read that, like he paid back... in 2010 for the loans for Tesla. The thing is that don't even get me started on Tesla. I mean, you want to talk about a failed company and failed designs. I don't know how he's getting away with continuing to make these cars and sell them. They're catching on fire. You can't make a car computerized, driverless, that's safe. It's not possible, people. And all you have to do is think back to your cell phone or your computer, your tablet or whatever. Every time, they always have problems. We know that. Computers are inherent for glitches. It'll never, ever be solved because computers have glitches. There's no fixing that. Okay? It's the nature of a computer. Software, whatever, they have glitches. My degree is electrical engineering. I know what I'm talking about there. And everybody else, too. because you deal with it all the time. You have to restart your phone all the time, your computer, because it's acting up, glitch. Okay? Well, you want to put a car on the road that's computerized, that makes its own decisions in place of a human? No. It will never work. The government should be shutting him down, and he should be in so many courts and sued by all these people, and I'm sure he is being. But he should lose every penny he's ever sold those cars for, and a lot more. He shouldn't have any wealth at all right now, because he's been sued for everything he's worth. This is unbelievably irresponsible what's going on. And that he's being allowed to continue sending dangerous death traps out there. And then look what he does here with the rocket ships. Same failed deal. Sends a rocket ship up and it explodes. And then he's on writing cryptic messages and acting like nothing happened on Twitter. Are you kidding? It's like he's like a little boy, a little child, thinking it's all funny, and he's running to the bank. This is what he's doing. He's running to the bank all the time, getting all these grants and everything, and just sucking up the money and running right to the bank. And nobody's addressing him. And there's so much misinformation out there about him being the founder of PayPal, all this garbage. People have believed his cryptic, really short messages that you can take more than one way. And he's pretty good about writing things and kind of misleading people. I was misled by things he's written. And then I started to find out the truth, and I was like, that's exactly what he's doing. He's leading everybody to believe what they've already falsely believed in good light about him, and hiding the faults that he's been. It seems to me he's got no successful career. I mean, failed cars, failed companies, kicked out of PayPal, ousted was the word that was used, blowing up rocket ships and making light of it. I mean, are you kidding? Buys Twitter, and it's gotten even worse on Twitter, much worse. You're I've been locked out twice here in the last week, once for 12 hours over a video I was watching of a cop and a suspect. The suspect jumped in front of the cop, and the cop reacted, and I said, my comment was, get you killed, shot and killed doing that, idiot. I got for self-harm. They said it was for self-harm. Self-harm? I didn't threaten self-harm. It said, under careful consideration, we've determined and we're locking you out for 12 hours. But there was no careful consideration. It was immediate. When I pushed the submit button, it came up. So there was no review of it, like it says in response. So everybody that gets these, they're not reviewing these. Watch when that page refreshes. It's immediate. This is not a review process. No moderator looked at this. This is computer generated. Okay? I'm a computer person and programmer. This is immediate. Nobody could review it that quick. Of course not. Common sense again, people. So they've got filters and stuff on there that are scanning these, and people have run into it. Are you sure you want to word it this way? They're scanning the messages before they allow this submit. And they're kicking it back and locking you out or whatever if it's caught by a filter. There's no review at all going on. The second one was very simply somebody was negating one of these people running for office what they said. They proved them wrong. And my comment was, same thing Tom Cruise said to Kelly McGillis in the bar scene. Crash and burn. And he said it in the study room too. Crash and burn. Same thing. Immediate lockout. It was right when I pushed the button. Under careful review. There was no careful review. So see, he's lying to us all out here. And people are not paying attention to this stuff. He's lying. It's getting worse, and I saw many examples here this last week of people it's happening to a lot of people. The same thing I'm talking about. I never had this happen with Jack. Jack was a total dirtbag, but at least he was honest about who he was, a dirtbag. And that's why he exiled him on the island, because he had so many people that were after him. You know, little coward, but a dirtbag, but honest about being a dirtbag. Elon Musk is one of those charismatic, like Obama, a liar, as far as I'm concerned. Everything that I've written or seen about him is a lie. He's failed at everything that I've read about his work history, gotten ousted. He's just a failed individual. And he's running to the bank with all the money because he's deceiving everybody. In these failed designs, cars catching on fire, causing crashes. They're going to. There's no way to fix that problem. You should never design a car with driverless, with a computer in it. Rocket ships blowing up. I suggest if he wants to test these things and prove to the public that they work, Elon, maybe you should put your family in the cars, run them for about 5,000 miles on the roads with driverless tractor trailers and stuff, and then prove to everybody they work. I don't think you're ever going to do that, because you know that your family would not come out unscathed. Because the fact is, he knows. He's not that stupid. He knows he's bilking everybody. He knows that. But he's getting away with it. That's what Canadians do when they come over here and try to change America. We don't need any of that garbage over here anymore. You're going to come over here and do that, we're going to send you back home. I didn't serve this country to be lied to and deceived and treated like we need to change America. No, we don't. And you're out here telling us that you're going to give us freedom of speech, and you're making it worse. And that's not an exaggeration. Those two examples are just two examples. Go all over Twitter and you're going to see people posting the same examples. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I've never seen such generic examples of being locked out. They're not abuse, they're not anything. And then mislabeled like self-harm. Are you kidding? I didn't say anything about self-harm. They were offering me help and assistance for self-harm, you know, if I'm going to do something to myself. Are you kidding? It had nothing to do with that. So this is how screwed up I believe this individual is. And he's got everybody duped. People, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And this sheep's clothing's got to come off quick. We've got enough problems with deception and screwing over the public. We got to stop these people from affecting us. And we got to stop them quick. Do it reasonably and do it legally and do it just honestly. But we got to stop this. There's no excuse for this. After doing research about him, all I see is a failed individual that's a wannabe, that got money from different places, from grants and stuff, and has perverted the whole concept of what a business is, because it appears that nobody in his relationships in the past wanted to work with him. I don't know that for a fact, but he was ousted, and he's not part of those groups. PayPal threw him out, placed him as CEO with Thiel. And I mean, it's just like he just keeps going and keeps banking. You know, the profits he's getting off all this fraudulent stuff, it appears to me that he's got everybody believing is good. So, yes, the concept would be amazing if we had driverless cars that were safe. But it's not possible. It's just not possible. Computers can never, ever be perfect. Ever. So, people, we got to save this country. We got to get away from people and expose people like Elon Musk. So, please, don't hold back. But be careful on Twitter because they're suspending people. I got suspended the second time for 7 days for crash and burn. That's it. I didn't say anything else. That's it. And I kept sending appeals, and they don't respond. So the appeal process is BS. There's another lie from Musk. The appeals process, there's nobody there answering. And why? Come on, people. Y'all know he got rid of all those employees. Okay? There's no way they could keep up with all the appeals that are coming in. So they're just not doing it. It's been a whole week and I have not gotten a response. There's an auto-generated one that you put in the appeal, but there's no response. And they should have corrected that error, and I shouldn't have been locked out for a week because I didn't do anything wrong. But they're not responding. So that is what Twitter's all about now. Pretty soon I'm just not going to have anything to do with it at all. I think everybody should just walk away. And he loses $40 million or whatever the amount of money, billion or whatever it was. Drop in a bucket for him. So let's get this everybody understanding what the real facts are, okay, and try to curb all the fallacies about him and the fakeness and the lies that he's telling and people are repeating about who he is. He's not. Go do your research. You'll see what I said is true. He's failed. Everything that I saw, he's failed at. He's never been successful as far as I can see. Maybe I missed something, but he just looks like a failed individual to me. Desperate to be in the limelight. So, and run to the bank. All right. Be careful out there. Be safe. And we got to save this country.